Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here at Giants training camp with my man Rick Saratella from NFL Draft Bible. You know what time it is when we always get together. We meet up on Pro Day circuit all the time. So, Rick, you're out here at Giants camp. Initially, what were some of your overall takeaways from today?
Well, first day of pads, and I think the big story, ironically, is the special teams. They signed in Mike Nugent, little kicker competition, and then we saw the punt returns. Travis Rudolph, a guy, his stock increased today standing on the sidelines. Our guy Kevin Snead with the 4.22 speed, 3 dropped punts, creating a little bit of a dilemma to make the team here today. Yeah,
and the one he caught got the old Bronx cheer from the crowd and was able to run it back. But he is pretty fast, and you look at speed. You talk about a positional drill that guys have to go through. It's called half line, where it's only half of the offensive line, half of the defensive line, fullback, linebackers. It's a run fit drill. What were some of your impressions from that particular drill today?
Well, my impressions was Khalid Abdullah. This kid from James Madison, if you watch the FCS playoffs, as you know, carried this team on his back. And out here, you know, just great vision, patience, slippery. It seemed like he was just busting long runs, and Wayne Gallman also getting work in with the rookie, and Orleans Darkwa suddenly is looking over his shoulder and might be in jeopardy of a roster spot here.
And I also look at the fact that those linebackers, I thought, did a great job getting those run fits. I thought they gave the fullbacks some issues today trying to pick up those backers in the hole, so it was a really good showing for them. Also, the offensive line, I thought, did a good job holding their own against the defensive front. We know the offensive line is a big question mark here for the Giants, are one that has a lot of attention from fans and media alike. What were your impressions from the offensive line today?
Well, we saw Bowie getting reps at right tackle. I thought he'll get a look there. And Jerron Jones is the guy that intrigues me, the defensive tackle conversion over to offensive tackle. I spoke to quite a few talent evaluators that liked him at left tackle, and I saw him seal off a hole here today and show some agility. So I really think that there's room of opportunity with the thin depth at the offensive tackle position for Jerron Jones to make the team here, along with Jessamine Dunkman, who we're keeping an eye on.
From Tennessee State.
Yes, sir.
And you look at the 7-on-7 periods, the passing period, I thought today, outside of the one great throw Geno made down the seam, the secondary, first, second, and third team really shut down the offense.
Well, you're seeing Eli Apple make tremendous strides, and you heard it from Landon Collins here today. Everything's faster to him. He knows the playbook now, and he's just moving out there naturally. And you're seeing him line up against Beckham, giving Beckham fits. He's lined up against Brandon Marshall, and you know they talked about Darian Thompson there in the secondary alongside Collins. But Nat Burhe, he was there on a couple of plays. He would have made some noise if he was allowed to make contact. Some big hits over the middle. One against Beckham,
and one against Brandon Marshall. You could have really knocked the numbers off the back of his jersey. He let up because again, it's your own teammate. But you're right. Eli Apple had a really good pass breakup against Odell Beckham, Darian Thompson, DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. We saw a lot of versatility, and that's one thing you're going to see this year, even more so from the Giants secondary. Guys playing in the slot, safeties playing in the slot, safeties blitzing. I thought it was just a tremendous performance from those guys on the back end.
Well, if you take a look at it, the Giants' top 3 corners is as good as anyone in the league.
Right.
And outside of DRC and Janoris Jenkins, you know, they lead the group, but this is a young secondary. Eli Apple, Landon Collins, some of these guys in this group. You know, the Giants only have about a dozen guys on this roster with over 5 years of experience, which is a really small number when you take a look around the league.
And you look at the team period, and this is 11-on-11. I thought this is where you really got to see what the offensive line can do, but that defensive line wasn't giving ground. I thought they did a good job, especially a guy like Delvin Tomlinson getting out there and showing what he showed at Alabama.
Yeah, he's going to be a key cog alongside Snacks there, and he's going to alleviate some of the pressure because those guys are going to see a lot of double teams inside, which is going to give VO and JPP some freedom on some outside one-on-one rush coverage. And you know, Kerry Wynn, the forgotten man, you know, he's still stout against the run, always in the middle of the mix there.
And one guy that's also showing that he has value, again, Geno Smith, I thought, did a great job today throwing the football. Eli Manning is going to be Eli regardless. The real battles between Geno and also Josh Johnson and rookie Davis Webb, who's bringing up the rear, getting a few reps. But between Geno and Josh Johnson, who's been standing out to you?
Well, you know, I think Josh Johnson was a step behind Geno in terms of just accuracy, ball placement, looking comfortable out there. Of course, first day of pads, but I like what they're doing with Davis Webb, extra work over to the side. You're seeing flashes of him not ready by any means. I don't think Webb will be active at any point this season. But hey, Eli Manning, this guy never misses a game. It's bound to happen one year. And Geno Smith, a guy that can come in and steer the ship, no doubt about it.
Well, they've looked impressive today, and this was the first day in full pads. We'll get more of that probably tomorrow and later on during the week. But I'll be in Canton, Ohio. I know Rick is all over the place. Where are you going to be next?
We're off to Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, New England, and back here in Jersey, hopefully to wrap it up with the Jets.
All over the place, like I mentioned. So for Rick Saratella, NFL Draft Bible, I'm Emory Anthazard, Playbook. Thank you guys for checking out. Visit the website, footballgameplan.com/NFL for more. And always check out NFLDraftBible.com as well.